It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Atlanta Braves and the Tampa Bay Rays. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Chris Archer is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Tampa Bay. What's your take on him, Dan?
Chris Archer, one of the premier pitchers in baseball. When he's good, he's nearly unhittable. Great fastball with movement. Slider probably his best pitch, and the changeup has been much better recently. If Chris Archer brings his A game, it's going to be a long night for the hitters.
Now at the plate, Ender Inciarte, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike three. And he makes the throw to first. Inciarte is retired, and there's one away. And now here's the starting nine for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Dero, daytime road game for him. What you got?
Taking a look at this lineup, they're going to have to work the count. That's the key to success right here. They have to find a way to drive this guy's pitch count up and get into that bullpen as quick as possible.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
Into the box now, Freddie Freeman. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, Dero, Mike Fillmore, one of the most consistent umpires throughout the league. Both pitchers and position players love this guy.
Yeah, I think one of the best in the business. How I judge a good teammate is every day he opens that door. Is he consistent? Can I count on him? Mike Fillmore is the exact same way behind the dish.
Here's the 3-2. And he fouls this one off. The next 3-2. And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. Head-to-head against Chris Archer. He's gone 2 for 8. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
So it's first and second with 2 men gone. And standing in, the powerful right fielder, Nick Markakis. 1-1, here it comes. Popped him up. Duffy shading to his right, and that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Julio Teheran, the Colombian native, gets the call to start this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matty, Julio Teheran, 4-pitch mix guy. Good fastball, 89 to 94 miles an hour. Changeup, probably his best off-speed pitch. Has the curveball, has the slider. One of the keys you'll notice he's going to be on early, inducing a lot of ground balls. He's a ground ball type pitcher. If he's getting ground balls, expect a strong outing.
Stepping in, Denard Span. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Skied into straightaway right. Markakis on the run. 1 out. And with that, a look at the Rays lineup card in this one. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Matty, the key in this one for this lineup is they got to stay staunch in the middle of the plate. They can't start swinging at everything, or this guy will abuse them. He'll start flipping up the rosin bag. They have to sit over those 17 inches and hold to that.
Now to the plate, Matt Duffy. Down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change, he had to be sitting off speed right there.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Duffy.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
The 2-2. It's a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Standing in now, Kevin Kiermaier. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. 2 out, nobody on. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. Down in order go the Rays. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Striding forward now is the DH, Charlie Culberson. He'll stand in against Chris Archer to get the inning underway. Three balls and a strike to the Atlanta shortstop. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to play to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and everyone see
Beautiful thing. Good pitchers come off Jason Sunders, and they different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Settling in now, Johan Camargo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for route number 2.
The left fielder, number 23.
Ready now, Danny Santana. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. This is on the ground over the first. And there is the first hit of the ball game for the Braves.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
In now, Dansby Swanson. Popped him up. Miller over to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Here's Carlos Gomez. Career numbers against Julio Teheran. He's totaled 4 hits in 16 tries. He's taken him deep once. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And how fortunate are we that we get to watch the Gold Glover play some center field today. He's on every highlight reel on the regular, making huge plays for his defense, saving runs, throwing guys out at the plate, diving in the gap with his hair on fire. This one should be fun.
Coming to the plate now, Brad Miller. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Lifted down the line in left. Camargo into foul territory, and that will end up a foul ball. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
Into the box, Wilson Ramos. A 1-2 count to the Rays catcher.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Now a drive out to the gap in right center. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
So digging in now, C.J. Cron, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. In the dirt, goes over to third, and oh, they say he beat the throw, safe at third. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
That's a really nice thing about pitching with the base open. You can work out of the strike zone a little bit more and try to get a guy to chase your pitch, just like that one.
Little dribbler up the first baseline. That winds up foul. The 2-2 one more time. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Welcome back to this MLB Network broadcast from St. Pete, Florida. Nice look there at nearby Clearwater. Here's Ender Inciarte. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 2-1 is in there for the second strike.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch dribbled up the line, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 1, second baseman.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat. Now here it comes. This pitch is popped up, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The 1-2. High in the air into shallow left center. Echeverria has a play. 2 gone.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Stepping in now, Freddie Freeman. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Another 2-2 offering. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 3rd inning, no score to this point. Yanked on the ground down the line, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves. Home half of the 3rd coming up, no score. Stepping up now, Adeiny Echeverria. The 1-1 home. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Markakis coming on. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
Boy, that wasn't a very good pitch there. Up and away. That breaking ball, Devo, that slider intended to be down and away. Instead, it was up and away.
Yeah, that was definitely a missed spot right there, Dan. You saw the batter's eyes light up, and he didn't miss it.
Into the box now, Malik Smith. Now a ball line softly here toward the right side. Foul.
Interesting pitch selection right there. In off the plate. Not too many pitchers in the game want to go in there and risk hitting the guy and letting him get on first base free of charge.
Echeverria gets his lead at first, nobody out. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
In now, Denard Span. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Tyler Flowers. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Hit on the ground to third. Duffy comes up with it. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Markakis.
Riding in once again, Nick Markakis. He popped out in his first trip. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Here's Echeverria at shortstop. On to first, and Markakis is retired 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Charlie Culberson.
Digging in to try it again, Charlie Culberson. He flew out in his last at-bat. 1-1. Misses for the second ball.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Now here's the pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Johan Camargo would be next. In the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of the zone. Grab your glove and flash some leather.
Standing in now, Johan Camargo. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. This is line to left. In there, a base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on for him.
Stepping in now, Danny Santana. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. That one misses, and I think a ballpark full of umpires disagrees. It's 2-2. Bouncer up the middle, and he'll throw against his body to first. Throw to first is going to be in time, and the Braves rally comes up short as that's out number 3. 2 left for Atlanta. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Matt Duffy. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. 1-1 home. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Into the box now, Kevin Kiermaier. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 8, Carlos Gomez.
Here's Carlos Gomez. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Carlos Gomez. Hit down the third baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. 2-2 one more time. Fouled off. Here's another 2-2. And a swing and a miss by Gomez as he's kept off base here, and there are 2 away now.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
At the plate, Brad Miller. First time up, he went down looking. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Duffy leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Line drive to left. And a dive in left, but he can't get it. It'll get by him toward the wall. Here comes the winning run for the plate. And a relay to the plate. And he'll be tagged out at the plate. Trying to win it here in the bottom of the 9th. Instead, we're headed to extra innings as the side is retired. Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson, the first to bat here in the inning. Here now the 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy, working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitchers, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse. Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and past the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
In now, Ozzie Albies, very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Standing in now, Freddie Freeman. 2 balls and a strike to Freeman.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. The 3-1 takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
This is in the air out to left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. One left for Atlanta. Halfway home, still no score. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the fifth. Now the 2-1 pitch. Taken, strike two. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Into the box, C.J. Cron. Here's a called strike on the curveball, 1-2. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
Here's Echeverria now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Tehran into his motion, on his way with the 3-2. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
At the plate, Malik Smith comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike. The 1-2. Hit hard on the ground is short. Swanson picks it up, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So they pick up no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 5 innings complete, and we still have no score. Ready once again, Tyler Flowers will try to get things started for the Braves in their half of the 6th. Now the 3-2 pitch. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Wow, you know he's not happy with that call. When it crossed the plate, it sure looked like a strike to me. Seemed to catch a ton of the plate. That's a tough way to give up a walk, but he's got to put it behind him now.
Into the box now, Nick Markakis. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Working for the punch out and the offering. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. Charlie Culberson is on deck. Swing and a miss there by Markakis, and he's down on strikes for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Ready for another shot now. Charlie Culberson. One away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. The 1-1. And there he goes towards second. Grounded back up the middle. Echeverria for one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, the side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. And we still have no score. So Tampa's batting order turns over and set to go. Denard Span. He was a double play victim last time around. Now the 1-1 pitch. And now a bunt attempt as he gets this one down. But a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Hit out towards second. Albies picks it up. And he's retired, one away.
Third baseman, number 5, Matt Duffy.
Digging in once again, Matt Duffy. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
The 1-2. And this is fouled at the plate. Now a swing and a fly ball. And Markakis won't get there. It's a foul ball. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
In now, Kevin Kiermaier takes a fastball on the inside corner. Duffy, base runner at first with 1 out. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Now the 3-2 pitch. Tapped up the first baseline. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Now batting, right fielder, Carlos.
So
Gomez.
striding forward now, Carlos Gomez. As he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. Tehran sets, 1-1 on its way. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. From the stretch. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. A 2-run homer down the line in left. And with 1 swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Well, the way things unfolded, you kind of had a sense that this thing was going to end in dramatic fashion, and that's exactly what happened. A walk-off for the win? Wow.
Well, we've talked about his dominance all throughout the game, and he ended up finishing what he started. A complete game shutout. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, there's absolutely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He dominated this game, and he really never allowed the opposition to gain any kind of momentum. This was fun to watch.
A 2-0 finish today. The Tampa Bay Rays put an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Chris Archer earns the victory on the mound, so that'll just